for in a long time, maybe ever. If this should be the first time you've ever seen me perform, you've probably come to the conclusion that I am an acquired taste. And I am not for everyone. And this next song here should weed you out. Well, woman I love's named Ramona. She kinda looks like a tempest storm. She can dance like a little Egypt. She works down the Snake Farm, Snake Farm. It just sounds nasty, Snake Farm. It pretty much is Snake Farm. It's a reptile house, Snake Farm. Ramona's got a keen sense of humor. She got a tattoo down her arm, it's of a python. Eating a little mouse, wearing a sailor hat that says Snake Farm. Snake Farm. It just sounds nasty. Snake Farm. It pretty much is Snake Farm. It's a reptile house. Snake Farm. Ooh. Ramona how come she works there. She said, well, it's got its charm. There's nothing to do in the winter, and now that some kid gets bit at the Snake Farm. I said, Snake Farm. It just sounds nasty. Snake Farm. It pretty much is Snake Farm. It's a reptile house. Snake Farm. Ooh. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention something. This is a sing-along. Really is. Here goes Snake Farm. It just sounds nasty. Snake Farm. It pretty much is Snake Farm. It's a reptile house. Snake Farm. It ain't exactly kumbaya, but looking at you ought to be more appropriate. Everybody. I said Snake Farm. It just sounds nasty. Snake Farm. It pretty much is Snake Farm. It's a reptile house. Snake Farm. Ramona likes malt liquor and a band from Wales that was called The Alarm. She said she cried when they broke up. She still plays the record and the Snake Farm. Snake Farm. It just sounds nasty. Snake Farm. It pretty much is Snake Farm. It's a reptile house. Snake Farm. Sometimes Ramona calls me up. She says, come on down here, it's getting warm. And she runs everybody off. And we, Snake Farm. Snake Farm. It just sounds nasty. Snake Farm. It pretty much is Snake Farm. It's a reptile house. Snake Farm. Last chance. I said Snake Farm. It just sounds nasty. Snake Farm. It pretty much is Snake Farm. Thank you very much, music aficionados.
Well, it is a very important song. And is it not a song that has brought people together in the Do you mind sharing the story that you were telling Hayes and me after?
Well, there's no snake. Which one? Which
well,
one?
The one that was really responsible for the wedded bliss of a certain.
Okay, real quick. It's old Snake Farm. They're in New Braunfels. It's been there 40 years. I've been by probably 10,000 times. One day I drove by and went, ooh. So I got the Snake Farm just, and one of my favorite quotes is from Flannery O'Connor. He said, "Never second guess inspiration." Really took it out loud. So I said, what am I going to do with this? So anyhow, I said, I'll make it a love song. And then like snakes, love the woman who works at the snake farm. After that, it's, wrote itself. So anyhow, I'm out in California. I'm playing my caves out there, just me and my drummer. And all of a sudden, I'm at the merch table, which I wasn't able to bring any merch tonight, but you can go to RayWylie.com. My merch guy had a little problem with the electronic ankle monitor thing.
I had no such issue, so if you're interested.
I'm doing out there, and all of a sudden this guy comes up and he says, "My name's Brent Carpenter. I do all the videos for Ringo Starr. And last time you were here, I bought the Snake Farm CD and I burnt him a copy." And I said, "Well, you're a cheap guy." And he said, "Ringo's playing out at Creek Theater, wants to meet you." So we went out there, met Ringo, and it was just really a thrill and all this stuff like that. So then, about 3 months later, I get this phone call, and I go, "Hello," and this voice goes, "Ray, this is Joe Walsh. I'm up here in Boston with the Eagles playing, and on the song Snake Farm, I know that's a Gretsch duo jet you're playing. What kind of amp are you using?" I said, "Snow, Bill, and Hal." And he goes, "Okay, thanks." So then, about, I have to use a bad word here, about 6-7 months later, my wife Judy is opening the mail. And all of a sudden she opens the mail and she goes, "Ah, damn." I go, "What?" She says, "I've got to lose 11 pounds by February." I go, "Why?" She says, "We've been invited to Joe Walsh and Marjorie Bach's wedding. We have a wedding invitation." So I didn't have Joe's number, but I had his smokiest guy. So I called him up, and so I said, "I got this wedding invitation." So Smokey says, "Hang on." So he pushed Joe on the phone. I go, "Joe, I got this wedding." He says, "Yeah, after my divorce, I was staying in Ringo's guest house, and Ringo came out and said, 'I want you to hear this song by this Texas songwriter guy.' So in there, Ringo Starr is playing me Snake Farm, and all of a sudden Barbara Bach and his sister Marjorie walk in. Marjorie starts dancing. We fall in love to Snake Farm. We want you at the wedding."